The Bajaj, there's a lot of Bajaj drivers. Don't get me wrong. Like like the amount of Bajaj drivers there is, it's impossible to count how much, like how many drivers are. And if one, like if you're to, for example, like you want to go to Lido to go to like Afar Tadirjina, for example, the regular price will be $1. But if you're Khurba Jog, you're diaspora, they're gonna say $3. Cause why? They know that you don't know the price, So they try to qayani you or something like that. But it's all funny. Once you get to learn the system, and you learn the language, or if you already knew the language you came here, you're gonna be safe here. But like what else? The mufa, I found out about mufa here. I didn't really like it in Toronto, the way my mother used to make it, but but like when I come here, yeah? I love it. I love the food here. Saeed, one of the president of Gistar, is an amazing person. What he's doing for this league, especially for his team, is an amazing thing because he's bringing people from outside, like, for example, different nations like Kenya, or let's say, for instance, Ethiopia. I'm just hypothetically speaking. But he'll bring them here to Somalia, they get paid, and they play. And people love to see them play because they're very well experienced, And people love to see that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I just want to give a special thanks to you for having me here, Muhyiddin. My name is Zakariya Abdi. And one thing that I really like about Somalia is that the weather here is always going to be hot, 24/7, 365, all year round. You get like 12 hours of sunlight, half of the day, and then half of the day is nighttime, So it's pretty much like if you want to fast, you want to do fasting, it's very easy. Basketball here is nice. The competition is very like competitive. So basically, like the Bajaj, there's a lot of Bajaj drivers. Don't get me wrong. Like like the amount of Bajaj drivers there is, it's impossible to count how much, like how many drivers are. And if one, like if you're to, for example, like you want to go to Lido to go to like Afar Tadirjina, for example, the regular price will be $1. But if you're Khurba Jog, you're diaspora, they're gonna say $3. Cause why? They know that you don't know the price, So they try to qayani you or something like that. But it's all funny. Once you get to learn the system, and you learn the language, or if you already knew the language you came here, you're gonna be safe here. Oh, I love the food. This the best, purest, like, you can't get nothing like this in Toronto. The fish is fresh. Everything is fresh. Malai, dor, custom, fresh. Every day you see them cutting meat in the morning, right after Salat al-Subh. And it's gone by like 10 a.m., 10 a.m. So like 6 a.m. to those 4 hours, if you're not there, that meat is gone. You know what I'm saying? But like what else? The mufa, I found out about mufa here. I didn't really like it in Toronto, the way my mother used to make it, but like when I come here, yeah? I love it. I love the food here. So basically the menu, there's no menu. The menu is inside here, and the way they say the menu to you is like they're reading the alphabet, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, blah, 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 blah. That's how they talk to you. So it's like, you'd be like, sorry, excuse me? But like the mufa, for example, like obviously you break it up into small pieces, and then you put the marq, and then you just eat with your hands. But some people, they like to gos like small pieces, and then they dip it like this, like naan bread, But yeah, I feel like in the beginning, for me, experience-wise, like I had to adapt because I didn't know the language. So I felt like people treated me, like for example, in Toronto, when I was a kid, the new Chinese kid or the new Indian kid that used to come to the class, we would call them a fob, fresh off the boat. So we would make fun of them because they didn't know the English language. And now I'm here in Somalia, I realize that pain from the Chinese kid or the Indian kid. Like it's kind of like they're your own people, but they want you to know the language so they can respect you, But I feel like you have to earn your respect here. I feel like every digma is different, For example, like Shibis, you have a lot of little kids in the area that come and play basketball, or you got most of the older guys. It's just different personalities and characteristics. But as you adapt, like I said, the lifestyle of Somalia, Mogidisho, Hamar, you'll understand, like, it's here. You have to survive here. It's not physical. It's mental game. So the first time was basically 2018. My mom told me we're gonna go to Somalia. I said, okay. She hasn't been back for over 30 years. I come here, 37 days I stayed. I played probably like almost every day. I felt like then too, like I didn't know Somali at all. I feel like the people hated me because of, I had long hair. So, you know, like they didn't respect me. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. But as I came back 2021, they're like, oh, he's back. Oh, he's good at basketball, you know? Like, to be honest, like the first time I came here, I didn't think they had basketball at all. I was surprised, wallah. And then I'm learning these new players. You know, these players are very, very good. These young guys like Kharinka, Ade, who else? Abdi, really, like most of the guys on Gift Star, they're very talented. You got people on Hagen, you got people on Horsed. A lot of young players. They just love the game. They love, like, you know, just like the passion. You know, they have a passion for it. I feel like, you know, Saeed Buna, the president of Gistar, is an amazing person. What he's doing for this league, especially for his team, is an amazing thing because he's bringing people from outside, like, for example, different nations like Kenya, or let's say, for instance, Ethiopia. I'm just hypothetically speaking. But he'll bring them here to Somalia. They get paid and they play. And people love to see them play because they're very well experienced, you know? And people love to see that. Once I was told that I was being removed off the team for I don't know which reason, and not only me, there's about 3 other players, or 4 other players, and our head coach as well. So once I heard the news, I told myself, you know what?
What was the news?
The news was, Zakariya, you're off the team. I said, for what? They said, oh, didn't you want to leave the team? I said, I did, but then we spoke and everything was good. Now, you guys want me off the team? They're like, yeah. I was like, okay, no problem. I don't even need an explanation because I'd rather you just be straight up. Don't beat around the bush. So they didn't beat around the bush. They told me straight up. I'm not going to even ask why. If you don't want me there, I'm not welcome. I will not go. I'd rather go to a team. Faisal Adan is a phenomenal player. Wallah, Allahumma barak. Like, he's so calm with the ball, but it's like he knows what he's doing, you know? Some people, they rush, they get nervous, but he's professional. And when I found out he was playing college basketball in the United States with Klay Thompson, then I see why. I see where he got, you know, his talent, or like, what is the word I'm looking for? Talent, motivation, you know, but he's killing it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Allahumma barak. But I personally will give him a message right now. It's gonna be either Dekada, Hagen, Gift Star, or Horsed. That's gonna win, because those are always the top 4 teams. The other teams, they're rubbish. We all know that. However, alhamdulillah, these 4 teams now, they're all balanced. I feel like the Horial, Mahal Jan Daoud, Marco Balavo is gonna be very exciting, inshallah. But I feel like this year, like I said, this year, wallah, there's no holding back Horsed. Horsed is gonna be that team. So everybody watch out. Dekada, Hagen, Gift Star, Somali Fruit Fair, Wa'af, Kulligin. It's Ilali.
Okay, now.
Yesterday, not even yesterday, the day before yesterday, today's Sunday, so on Friday, you told me, Zakariya, I'm gonna be hosting like a basketball event where we got the locals versus diasporas. Bring your guys, and I'm gonna talk to these guys. I said, okay. That sounds exciting, you know? Obviously, these guys are talking smack, saying they're gonna beat us less than 20 minutes, whatever the case may be. But Exhibit A, we beat them in the first game. Second game, obviously, you know, you were there. I don't want to talk smack, but I'll tell you the truth. When people don't get their way in Somalia, they tend to cheat. Khayan, corruption. It's not good. Do we fear Allah? Are we Muslims? We're Muslim. So at the end of the day, I feel like if we're playing basketball here in Somalia, just listen to what the ref says. If the ref makes a mistake, let him talk to his other refs. Let them come together, huddle up, and then they make the final decision. But us players, we're not supposed to get involved. We can say one word, that's nice. Ref, hey, did you see that? Ref. But throwing balls at the ref, slapping the ref, disrespectful, unacceptable. This is unprofessional. So at the end of the day, obviously, the second game yesterday had to end because it got a little too physical with the players and refs on the opposite team. I don't want to say no names. I don't want to backbite my brothers. I love my brothers. At the end of the day, even I got into a scuffle with one of the brothers, but we hashed it out right away. That's what Islam is about. You fight, you come back, you heal. It's not about always having altercation, beefing. No. Islam is about peace. So at the end of the day, yesterday was an eye opener for us diasporas that, you know what? These locals ain't competition to us at all. That's a fact. So whoever wants to come up next, bring your 7, bring your 8, bring your 9, bring your 10, bring your 15, matter of fact. We have 7 solid guys. We're good to go, Allah. Okay. So yesterday we had 7 players. Myself, obviously me, I love to grab rebounds. I love the steals. I love the crossovers. I just love the passing. I love the game, just the momentum. There's myself. There's a brother named Muhammad I met yesterday. Matter of fact, there's 3 Muhammads on the team. So one guy, he was from, I think he said Ethiopia. Another guy, he's from Toronto, Muhammad Yusuf, my friend. Another Muhammad, he's from California. And then we got Zahid. And then we got Ilyas from Toronto as well. Zahid's from Minneapolis. And then we got Idris, he's from Toronto. So we got Idris point guard, Zahid point guard, Ilyas power forward. You know what I'm saying? And he can shoot the ball. All 3 of these guys can shoot the ball. Every one of my team can shoot. So you guys just be aware. Just be aware. Well, this is a public service announcement. I'm looking right into the camera. PSA, public service announcement. Anyone that wants to smoke with the diasporas and playing basketball, 5-on-5, Muhyiddin Jama, MJ, contact him, and he'll get a hold of us, and then we'll get stuff started. I don't want to swear, I don't want to be used profanity, but we'll get shit started, inshallah. I want to give a big shout out to my Hoya, first and foremost. I want to give a big shout out to my Yayo, to my Upties, to my cousins, anyone that's been supporting me. And I have you guys always in my head, in my heart. I always, when I think about you guys, I make dua for you guys. So I just want to say thank you.